Well, here we are in PERU, Peru, with our beautiful family, Pastor Julio Cavazza, his lovely wife Janet, and their beautiful daughter Claudia, who's in from Lima, now living in Lima, and is actually going to provide the interpretation. Pastor Julio doesn't speak much English, and I speak even less Spanish than that. So Claudia's going to interpret for us, and they are obviously near and dear to our hearts, a part of our Impact 7 and Beyond family, and we love coming here to Peru to spend time with them, but we really wanted to take some time today to talk about an incident. I mean, this beautiful family sitting here before us, but there was a tragedy that took place, a real tough, horrific accident that could have turned out as a tragic accident, but for the intervention of God. It happened on March the 12th of 2013, and I want to give you guys an opportunity just to share. Tell us what happened on March the 12th of 2013.
Quiero darles la oportunidad para que ustedes nos puedan contar qué fue lo que sucedió en marzo 12.
Bueno, el día 12 de marzo, siendo la 1 de la tarde aproximadamente.
Yes, on March 12, about 1 p.m.
Fue uno de los días más difíciles que me ha tocado vivir.
It was one of the most difficult days that I lived.
Debido a que tuvimos un problema con la elevación del agua hacia el tanque superior.
We had a problem with the water tank. The water was not flowing.
Así que subimos para revisar el tanque en el segundo piso, que es a una altura de 5 metros y medio aproximadamente.
So I went upstairs, like it's about 5 meters to fix it.
Y mientras estaba a la hora de bajar de la parte alta del techo,
and when I was trying to go down from the floor,
la escalera cedió,
the stairs fall,
y yo venía de espaldas, cayendo de espaldas.
And I was falling in my back.
Así que en medio de la caída,
but in the midst of this falling,
yo comencé a girar el cuerpo para tener una mejor posición.
I turned around my body to have a better position.
Ya que podía darme cuenta del riesgo de lo que estaba corriendo.
Because I realized of the risk that I was on.
Habiéndome fracturado el fémur, que es el hueso mayor del cuerpo, más grande.
And the bone, the femur of my leg broke.
El cual traspasó la parte del muslo.
And it came out through my muscle.
Y a su vez golpeé la parte mandibular.
At the same time, my jaw was hit. My jaw.
La cual se partió en 4 partes.
It was broken in 4 parts.
Quedando de una manera triturada muchas partes de piezas dentales.
So it was totally broken, and my teeth were also broken.
Now, I mean, someone listening to this, may not really get the full understanding of how far that fall was.
Escuchando esto, quizás no podemos encontrar todo cómo sucedió esta caída.
We walked up there earlier, and you had a chance to show us, and I was stunned just at how far that
Yo
it
estaba
was.
sorprendido de cuán lejos, cuán alto fue, ¿no?
So you're here, Janet.
Así que tú estás aquí, Janet.
I can only imagine what's going through your mind.
Yo me puedo imaginar todo lo que está pasando por tu mente.
What did you do at that moment?
¿Qué tú hiciste en ese momento?
Era un día muy caluroso.
It was a very sunny day.
Nos encontrábamos solas.
We were alone at that moment.
No sabía qué hacer con Julio.
I didn't know what to do with Julio.
Tuve que llamar a Claudia, que estaba en Lima.
I had to call Claudia. She was in Lima.
Las vecinas vinieron.
Our neighbors came.
No había ambulancia.
We didn't have an ambulance at that moment.
Él tenía la cara hinchada.
His face was swollen.
Caído, el maxilofacial.
His jaw was falling
La
also.
pierna volteada.
His leg was turned.
Y tuvimos que llevarlo en serenazgo, una camioneta picada.
And we had to take him in a car to the hospital.
So from where you are out here, we're way out in a rural area.
Están ustedes de lo que ustedes son, están en un área rural, ¿verdad?
So you're saying that there was no ambulance to come to pick him up?
Así que me dices que no había ambulancia para venir a traerlo.
No había ambulancia.
No, there was no an ambulance here.
Llamábamos, pero no hay ambulancia disponible.
We were calling the ambulance to come, but they will tell us that they were not available ambulances for us.
Y él necesitaba para poderlo transportar una camilla.
And for us to be able to transport him, we were needing a bed, that you can hang.
Demoramos para llevarlo al hospital como 40 minutos.
So we took like 40 minutes to take him to the hospital.
Wow.
Y la cara de él se hinchaba más, sus ojos rojos.
His eyes were red and were coming out. His face was swollen.
Momentos terribles.
Terrible moments.
So you drive him in a pickup truck, in the back of a pickup truck.
Entonces lo llevaron en la parte trasera de una pickup, ¿verdad?
So it had to be bouncing.
Y eso se estaba, ¿no? Los baches. Yeah, it was terrible. The bouncing, you know.
Cada vez que frenaba en realidad el carro, mi
Every
mandíbula
time,
se golpeaba.
Every time that the car was stopping, you know, my jaw
y
was
el hueso también dolía.
was
la pierna
hurting too
dolía.
much. My leg, the bone was coming outside, and it was hurt.
Ya que las pistas no están en muy buena situación.
Because the roads here are not in a good
Así
situation.
que tenía la pierna,
So
la
I had
mandíbula,
the leg
y también la mano
problem, the
izquierda,
jaw
como
problem,
ustedes pueden ver aquí.
and also my leg, my left hand, as you can see
Todavía
here.
ha quedado algo.
Hay una secuela.
It is still, it is not fixed.
Now in America, if we finally make it to the hospital,
En América, si nosotros llegamos al hospital,
we feel like all of our problems are over now.
sentimos como que ya nuestros problemas se acabaron.
Now things get better, and
Ahora las cosas se comienzan a
immediately you can
mejorar.
get treatment.
Inmediatamente tienes el tratamiento.
But once you finally made it to the second hospital,
Pero una vez que ustedes llegaron al segundo hospital,
tell me what happened from there, because it was some days before you really finally got treated and started getting surgeries.
dime
What
qué
happened?
pasó desde ahí, desde que llegaste al hospital, porque ciertamente pasaron unos días para que tengas la operación, ¿verdad?
Algo sorprendente que encontramos en el hospital
Something very surprising that we found in the hospital
fue que en vez del médico preocuparse un poco por atendernos,
was that instead the doctor be worried to assist us,
lo primero que me dijo es que
the first thing he told me was,
esto iba a tomar mucho tiempo para hacerme la operación,
oh, this is going to take too much time for your surgery,
que no me iban a poder operar en el momento,
that they wouldn't make the surgery for me at this moment,
que eso iba a tomar por lo menos unos 30 días
that could take 30 days,
solo por la pierna,
only for the surgery for the leg.
aparte del maxilofacial.
But I also had the jaw surgery.
Pero
But
si ellos me llevaban a una clínica,
he told me that if you come with me to a clinic,
ellos iban a dar el tiempo para operarme en la clínica.
I will make the surgery for you.
Pero eso era casi imposible para mí
That was almost impossible for me at that moment
por las cuestiones económicas.
for the economical situations.
So in other words, if you go to the private clinic and pay him some money,
En otras palabras, si tú vas a la clínica privada y le pagas un poco
the
de
surgery
dinero,
could happen right away.
puedes tenerlo, yes, right at the moment.
Y eso es lo que realmente causó cierto enojo en mí.
And that is what really caused some mad in me.
Now, back in America, we were getting the reports.
Nosotros estábamos recibiendo las noticias.
Pastor Damon Green was updating me on what was happening with
Pastor
you.
Damon me estaba actualizando con todo lo que estaba pasando con
And
ustedes.
every day I was asking, have they had the surgery yet?
Todos los días yo les preguntaba, ¿ya tuvieron la operación?
And finally, he shared with us what was taking so long to have the surgery.
Finalmente él nos compartió por qué estaba demorándose tanto la
And just
operación.
like you got angry,
Y así como tú te molestaste,
I got angry
yo me
too.
molesté también.
And I remember standing up on Easter Sunday morning
Y yo recuerdo levantarme cada domingo en la mañana
and telling our church there in
y
Jacksonville
decirle a mi iglesia en Jacksonville
that we need to raise the money today
que necesitamos levantar el dinero hoy,
because we were not willing to have you be in that hospital another day
porque no estamos dispuestos a dejarte en el hospital
without
otro
having
día
the
más
surgery.
sin tener la operación.
And so we're really thankful to our members in Jacksonville
Así que estamos muy agradecidos a nuestros
and our
miembros en
partners, with George Davis Ministries all over the world
Jackson, y a todos nuestros compañeros del ministerio de
that,
Lord
that
Davis
gave money
en el mundo que dieron dinero
so that we could send some money
para que
here,
podamos enviar un poco de dinero
to see you getting better.
para poder verte mejor.
Yo realmente celebro esta oportunidad que tengo para dirigirme a toda la familia, la gran familia de Fe Christian Center.
I do really celebrate the great opportunity that I am having right now to greet the family of Faith Christian Center.
Porque realmente gracias a sus oraciones
Because thanks to your prayers,
hemos podido ver la respuesta de Dios.
we have been able to see the answer of God.
Y también gracias a la generosidad
And thank you for your generosity
que ustedes han tenido para cubrir todos los gastos que yo requería
that you have had for me to be able to cover all of the expenses that I
para
had
poder ser operado en la clínica
to have the surgery in the clinic
y para luego poder continuar con el tratamiento.
and then to be able to continue with my treatment.
Realmente esto me ha mostrado el amor de Dios que ustedes tienen
This has really showed the love of God that you have.
y nos puede mostrar de que ustedes son realmente gente real
And it can show me that you are real people
que están llamados para marcar una diferencia real.
and you are called to make a real difference.
I can't imagine what you were going through as a spouse.
Yo me imagino por lo que tú estabas pasando como
We've seen the
esposa.
pictures of Pastor
Hemos
Julio,
visto las fotos del Pastor Julio
and they don't even look like him.
y ni siquiera se ven como si él
So I
fuera.
can only imagine what you were going through.
Así que no me imagino por todo lo que estabas pasando.
Tell me, what was that time like for you, just emotionally? What were you going through?
¿Cómo era ese tiempo emocionalmente para ti?
Emocionalmente, muy mal.
Emotionally, it was very bad.
Convertir los papeles.
We had to convert the papers,
Porque
the roles,
siempre nosotras hemos estado protegidas por Julio.
because we have always been protected by Julio.
Yo ver una persona tan fuerte
To see a very strong man,
que siempre nos protegía.
that he's always protecting us.
Lo veía débil porque estaba en una cama.
I was looking at him weak because he was in a bed.
Entonces yo solamente dije, ahora me toca a mí.
So I just said, now it's my turn.
Dios, ¿cómo lo puedo hacer? Ayúdame.
God, how can I do it? Please help me.
Y mis fuerzas yo tenía que transmitírselas a él.
And I had to transmit my strength to him.
No es nada fácil,
It was not easy,
pero no es imposible.
but it's not impossible.
Porque si tú estás con Dios,
Because if you are with God,
para él nada es imposible.
for him nothing is
Tú te
impossible.
puedes caer,
You could fall,
pero nunca él va a dejar que tú caigas al fondo.
but he will never let you fall very, very deep.
Siempre su mano va a estar ahí.
His hand will always be there to rescue.
Porque él nos lleva de gloria en gloria,
He takes us from glory to
de
glory
victoria en victoria.
and from victory to victory.
Y yo lo creo.
And I believe that. Yes.
Even once you made it home, you still had a long road to get back to where you are now.
A pesar de que tú ya estás en casa, te ha tomado un largo tiempo estar donde tú estás ahora.
Your leg was healing up.
Tus piernas han sido sanadas.
Your jaw was wired shut.
Tu mandíbula estaba realmente afectada, ¿verdad?
How did you handle that? I mean, laying in the bed.
Manejado eso, estar en la cama.
You have a church that meets right here on the same property.
Tenías unas reuniones de iglesia aquí en la misma
How
propiedad.
did you handle all of that?
¿Cómo manejaste eso?
Increíble.
Unbelievable.
Son
Unbelievable.
varias etapas.
There are many seasons that we
Son
have
muchas
had
etapas que tenemos que contar.
that we have to tell you.
El primer servicio que hubo acá en la casa,
The first service that we had here in the church,
él estaba en el dormitorio.
while he was here, he was in the room, in our room.
Jalar el cable.
We had to have a very long cable from his bed to the church.
Y la iglesia estaba llena.
And the church was full. Everyone was there just to hear him. Everyone was saying, Pastor Julio came.
Entonces él dijo, dame el micrófono.
And he told me, give me the mic.
Y empezó a predicar desde la cama.
With his
hacia
mouth still
afuera.
wired shut.
Con su boca así todavía. Yes, yes.
Despacio, el médico dijo que no.
The doctor told him don't speak, but he started to preach from his hospital bed here in our house. He spoke.
Jeremiah said, it's like fire shut up in my bones.
Mía es como dice que como huesos,
No
el
lo puede
fuego.
soportar.
Así es.
Got to preach.
Tenemos que predicar.
Así es.
Yes.
Well, this is definitely a miracle that you're walking in.
Definitivamente es un milagro en lo que ustedes están caminando.
God has really been good to you.
Dios ha sido realmente bueno para ustedes.
And we know there's still more recovery to take place.
Sabemos que todavía hay mucha más recuperación que tienen que tomar.
But you look great.
Pero te ves grandioso.
The whole family looks great.
La familia entera se ve grandiosa.
And what the devil meant for your harm,
Y lo que el diablo trató de hacer,
God turned it around for your good.
Dios lo volteó todo para algo bueno.
We're family with you.
Somos familia con ustedes.
So, what we've done to help you out
Lo que hemos hecho nosotros para ayudarles a
is
ustedes
nothing.
es nada.
We would do that 1,000 times over
Lo
again
podríamos hacer miles veces más.
because that's what family
Porque
does.
eso es lo que hace la familia.
If we were in that
Si
situation
nosotros estuviéramos en esa situación
and you had the
y
ability,
ustedes hubieran tenido la habilidad,
you would have done the same thing for
ustedes
us.
hubieran hecho lo mismo para nosotros.
So it's a joy
Así que es una alegría
to be able to partner with you
para poder ser compañeros con
and watch
ustedes
God do a miracle in your life.
y hacer el milagro que Dios está haciendo en su vida.
Realmente, obispo George Davis, no se imagina usted cómo lo que nosotros sentimos en nuestro interior,
Bishop George Davis, you can't imagine what we feel inside of us.
de su constante preocupación y de estar atento para cuidar de nosotros cada momento de nuestra vida.
Of your constant worry and your care for us in our lives.
Y cada noticia de los hermanos de FCC,
Every news that we have received from the brothers and sisters at
y al
FCC
escuchar sus deseos nos renovaban las fuerzas.
and hearing their wishes to us it was renewing our efforts,
Y
our strength.
sabíamos que no estábamos solos.
And we knew at that moment that we were not alone.
Sabíamos que ustedes estaban ahí con nosotros.
We knew that you were there with us.
Y quiero agradecer a la vez haber enviado al pastor Damon Green,
And I also want to thank because you sent Pastor Green,
quien estuvo una semana sentado al lado mío,
who was for 1 week. We were sharing so many things
de lo que Dios ha estado haciendo.
of what God has been doing.
Well, tomorrow we're going to be renewing your vows.
Mañana vamos a estar renovando sus votos.
After how many years of marriage?
¿Después de cuántos años de matrimonio? 25.
You didn't answer. You're supposed to answer that, Julio.
Supuestamente tú tenías que responder eso, Julio. He never remembered.
No, antes del accidente realmente nosotros íbamos a celebrar nuestros votos
In
matrimoniales.
reality, before of the accident, we were going to renew
Y le
this.
habíamos pedido al obispo George Davis que venga
And
para
we asked you, Bishop, to
realizar
come
esta ceremonia,
to make this ceremony.
ya que él es nuestro padre espiritual.
Because you're a spiritual father.
Pero sucedió esto,
But the accident happened.
pero Dios ha permitido que ustedes vuelvan
But God led us to have
y
you.
podamos celebrar lo que, como Dios ha edificado nuestra familia.
So now we can celebrate how God has edified our family.
Y no importa la situación que tú puedas estar atravesando en tu matrimonio,
It doesn't matter the situation you are going through your marriage.
si tú pones a Dios en medio de ello,
If you put God in the midst of this,
tú vas a cumplir no solamente 25 años de casado como estamos cumpliendo nosotros,
you are not just going to have 25 years of marriage as we are having
sino
now,
muchos más.
but many more.
It's going to be a very special time tomorrow.
Va a ser un tiempo muy especial mañana, ¿verdad?
And there's a lot that we're going to be
Hay
celebrating.
mucho que vamos a estar celebrando.
Most of all,
Y lo mayor,
God's goodness to you.
la buena bondad de Dios hacia ustedes.
Hallelujah.
Aleluya. Yes.
Julio, you may kiss your bride.
Julio puede besar a su esposa.